Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today it's time for another round in the European Union. Let's hit play, give ourselves the usual amount of time and see how we do. Okay. Interesting. Right, well we're in a boatyard, or not a boatyard, but some docks or something like that. Could be what, the Netherlands? I mean, they're famous for having lots of boats, being quite low-lying land and flat. Let's go this way. This looks like the sort of main area. And we saw there some yellow signs. I think that would mean we're in Denmark. And that's what I associate those yellow signs with. Anyway, let's turn around and read this sign, see what it was that we've just missed there, and get some of the language. Edanobron I trosa Avstangd fredag. And it looks like there might be something even more detailed there, actually, if we can get there. When I say yellow signs, I'm talking about those circles there with the red around the outside but yellow in the middle. So look, it certainly looks like it could be Denmark. Let's see if we can go a bit further and try and gain some more information as to where this might be. So we've got here a flag. This is not the country flag, obviously, but no, it doesn't have much there on it in the way of clues. But we do have some signs here. Udbergagarten. Okay, that's a bit of an unusual name. And on the other side, there's Kogarten, something Kogarten as well. Udbergagarten. And what do these two signs say here? Husbilla. Okay, well that's clearly the most major town in the area. So why don't we get into Denmark? And I don't recognize any of these, so we're going to have to do a bit of scanning. But we've zoomed in enough anyway, and we've got a bit of time. So do we see a hus? You know, I'm thinking we could be somewhere here, for example. So do we see a husbilla? Henning. We see a few H's, don't we? Isberg. And I do not, at least not at this level. So we need to zoom in a little further and keep going. Husbilar. And the time is quickly running out. So we're going to have to go with something. For some reason, I feel like we're more in mainland Denmark, but I might live to regret those words. We need to move a bit quicker as well. And we didn't really stop and look to see which way the sort of exit was to the sea, or to the more major area, if we could see it at all, that is. So, look, it kind of feels to me like we could be around here. So I'm going to stick with it. I haven't been looking for any of the other areas, to be honest. If I can't see Husbilar, I'm not sure. And of course, there's a chance that we might not be in Denmark, but you know, maybe in Sweden or somewhere else. So we'll just have to live with it. Yes, that's right. And look at that. Got the country wrong there. Turned out we were in Sweden. Need to do better with my Scandinavian languages. So actually, we were in Trosa. I can't see Husbilar there, anywhere near there either. So we'd have been barking up the wrong tree from the beginning. Okay, well, not a very good first round, so need to keep moving and try and do a bit better. We've got here, we are leaving Osor, O-S-O-R. And this looks altogether more Italian in nature. You know, we're in the hills here, O-S-O-R. And there's clearly something there. What does that say? That looks like some kind of tourism poster almost, or something interesting there. Oh, the resolution is just too poor, I'm afraid. We've got Garfield the cat. I want to go into town here, just to get a feel for it, I suppose. And look at that, we're on the coast. Okay, that's interesting. Sun firmly in the south. So, yeah. Well, we're playing the European map, so that doesn't matter. I'm just used to trying to understand, trying to log that piece of knowledge, but it doesn't matter on this occasion. And look, would you look at that? This also feels like it could be kind of Croatian or, you know, something like that as well. So, not sure. What do we have here? OSOR, right? Yes, we've seen that before. So, but look at that. Look at that map there. You know, that to me says that, you know, we're on a split out towards the sea, and that's exactly the kind of thing that, you know, you can find in Croatia. So I've never heard of Osor, but I'm just going to have a quick scan up and down the coast here from Dubrovnik. I think it's going to be require some more zooming in. And where are we there? Up at the top already. So I don't see it, but we could easily be somewhere here. So that you know, is what I'm going with at the moment. Do we see any flags? Because I'm not 100% sure about Croatia even. But it just feels like it. It feels like, you know, when we see Hvar, for example, which we've seen a bit recently. What do we have here? No, nothing there. The more I look at this, the more I feel like it's Croatia. And not necessarily the real touristy bit. So I'm thinking .hr. Oh my goodness, what's that? Is that Croatia? .hr. Is that Hungary? Oh my goodness. I'm not sure about that one. That doesn't strike me as being right. And look, we're leaving it again there. Let's just try and see for one more second to the south. You can't really quite see where the edge of it is here, but you know, I'm going to stick with my guess here around Zadar. You know, somewhere like there, for example. That's the and where we're... Yes, it is in Croatia. Is that right? Yes. We had that spot on. So actually, the thinking there was correct. Croatia was right, just kind of identifying the sort of scenery and look and feel of the buildings and so on. There's Osor, O-S-O-R, Osur, I think I've been saying, but no idea how to pronounce it, obviously. And, you know, would have had to have zoomed in and really scanned these islands. To be honest, to get it right. Croatia's got a lot of coastline and a lot of islands. So not sure I'd have found that one, and got a bit confused there with the .hr URL. Maybe that's Hungary. Not sure, but glad to have been in the right country at the very least. Got to take what you can get on GeoGuessr. It's amazing how 3.5 minutes really does fly by. So, well, maybe it doesn't feel like it to you, but it does to me. When you're struggling. Okay, well, we've got some French here, it seems, so that's good. Sous le vent, vente des roses à la production. And what do we have here? Look, we've got some absolutely mega properties, it seems, were by some fantastic gates and so on. And we could see in the distance there the ocean as well. So we're on the south coast of France, I assume. You know, this looks like a particularly wealthy neighborhood, that's for sure. And, oh dear, I seem to be zooming all over the place. Hang on, stabilize, please. And, you know, let's just try and progress down here and see if we can see, yes, we can see a few things there. We've got, look at that, this is Monaco lifestyle right here. Some big yachts, some big homes, and a big city as well. So we're looking, that's interesting, we're looking north. Let's get in there and see what part of the south coast of France would sort of have us looking at a city. And would it be here, for example? Perpignan, probably not. I'm thinking we're more like in Cannes, for example. You know, maybe somewhere here, looking north, but at the city and at the Bay of Cannes, or something along those lines. Not sure on that. That's a guess, but it also looks like the sea is out in this direction, so out to the west, which it kind of, you know, would mean that we're on some quirk of the land, because generally speaking, the sea in this part of France would be out to the east. Hotel du Cap. Okay, well, there is what's it called? Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat, somewhere here. So we could be there. We could be in here, for example, looking back at Nice. Maybe that's Nice that we're seeing there. And if that is the case, then, you know, we'll have it pretty spot on. Not sure, but Hotel du Cap. Let's see if there is one, in fact. There's the Grand Hotel du Cap. So is that it? Or is that different to the Hotel du Cap? Not sure. I think we're in the right neck of the woods here, though. 35 seconds to go. And, you know, we just need to get a good look at this town, really, to be honest. But Côte d'Azur, Ville d'Antibes. So are we in Antibes? Which is a bit further down. It's actually where we were before. Do we see a Hotel du Cap anywhere here? Well, we see a Boulevard du Cap. So actually, I'm going to go with this. And I'm not sure if that's what we're on. But yes, it was. Yes! That's pretty good deduction right there. We just caught Antibes at the end and moved our guess down from Nice to Antibes here. And I guess we were looking across this bay at the Bay of Cannes and possibly at the other side here as well, with all these big boats and big houses and all the rest of it. So that's definitely a fancy area, shall we say. But it looked lovely, so I can see why. But yeah, nailed that one. Very, very happy with that. Playing in the next round. We were even on the right kind of area of land. And look at this. This looks back like Croatia again, almost. We're by the docks here. Can we move here? No, we cannot. Okay, that's a different kind of problem altogether then. What do we have here? Is it... Does that say Santorini on it? S-A... Well, I'm not sure about that. A... No, I'm not sure it does. Not Santorini then. We've got some big boats out here. Undoubtedly some big boats. I mean, those are huge cruise liners there. So we're clearly at a pretty big port. Again, it's obviously it's Mediterranean. This whole image looks kind of 70s, you know, it's grainy and so on, but it clearly, you know, it isn't if it's a panorama like this, but it isn't high quality. I'm not sure you can tell, but just if I zoom in there, you really can't pick out much in the way of detail. So a flag, for example, would be out of the question. Well, look, this is going to be a guess. And I'm not quite sure what to go with. So it was taken by a Bob Stapleton, so that's quite a British name. So this certainly isn't Britain. Oh, look, and there's Bob himself. Good man, Bob. Good to see you. And look, we've got these ferries and these other things here. This doesn't... I'm not sure where to go with this. We've got, to the east, some big mountains. So actually, to be honest, I'm thinking Croatia again, you know? That's what I'm thinking. To the north and to the east, we've got some big mountains. And that kind of lines up with the Croatian geography. So I wonder if we could just take a look at some of the big towns. Dubrovnik. Does this look like the port of Dubrovnik, maybe? You know, where is the port of Dubrovnik? I mean, I have no idea, frankly. You know, are we there? For example, we could be. Is that the Tirana dock? You know, that sort of fits, actually, because we're sort of sticking out here. Then we've got this bit with a hill over on the far side, which could be this area. I don't know. And we've got the Dominikansky Samostan. I'm saying it like I know it. But is that that? Or this, even? Is that that? Historic Venetian Baroque-style church? Maybe that's that. And that building in the distance is Old Town Port. You know, actually, I think that's not a bad guess. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with it. I've never been. I don't know, but you know, let's save ourselves 10 seconds and just guess. Oh, and it wasn't. Well, it was bloody close. Frankly, it felt like it. We were actually in Split. So there you go. What's more frustrating is I've been to Split, but I just didn't recognise this part. So, you know, it also fits there. You can see how the geography lines up. We were on some... Not sure I quite agree with where the flag is, but we were here, basically. And looking back at this building and... Yeah, some more stuff, shall we say. Not sure, but we had the right idea, didn't we? So, couple in Croatia. Let's see if we can... You know, round 5 of 5, and we're only at 13,000 points, so we need to do a bit better than that. Vukovarska. Vukovarska. Well, that's another name I don't recognize. City Center 1, Vukovarska. Okay. What do we have here? What is this? Okay, I don't recognize that. So it looks warm. Let's just go up the hill. Oh, oops. Centaur and SC Gripe. SC Gripe. Well, I'm not sure which way to go. Let's keep going this way. Try and make a bit of progress. Come on. And look at that. We've got some hills in the distance. Okay. Is that a flag there? Oh, can't. Won't be able to go and see that one. That's annoying. Okay, moving on. There was definitely a flag on that sign. What does this sign say? Dubrovnik again. Rijeka Dubrovnik. Okay, so does that make it 3 in Croatia for this game? If it does, that's where is Dubrovnik? Dubrovnik's down here. That doesn't mean that we're in it. Center Rijeka. Where is Rijeka? The fact that Dubrovnik is signposted means that, you know, it's not going to be any other country, I don't think. But I don't know where Rijeka is, so that doesn't help. Centaur. Let's keep going. Can we see the coast? I'm not sure we can. But I'm only looking at this narrow sliver of land kind of ahead of me. But this feels a bit big to be... Sorry, what am I thinking? Right, I need to do a better job of narrating. I haven't seen the coast yet, although we are looking north. So I just saw the Croatian flag on the left there, so that confirms it as well. The fact that there's, you know, the hills and mountains are around us, but I'm not sure that we're on the coast means that we're inland. Now, there's a lot of Croatia that is inland, but this is a big city, and so I need to go and see here. I'm thinking it's going to be, I forget the name of it, but it's the big city up here, Zagreb. So I'm going to go with Zagreb as a safety guess. Oh, and it wasn't. Oh, and we were down in Split again. What? And we were... No, that's ridiculous. Well, I didn't see the coast at all. So when we were looking north as well, so over this bay. So terrible round here. Croatia's really stumped me on that one. I thought we'd be up in the hills away from the coast around here, and you can see Croatia goes all the way inland here. So quite a lot of it is inland. And there's Rijeka. Spotted that now. So to be honest, if I'd have seen that earlier, I'd have stuck with my guess in Zagreb because it's way up here. So you'd imagine if that is signposted and Dubrovnik is signposted, that they'd be in the same direction, but they're not. Obviously, they, I guess you leave Split first and then you go left or right. So let's view the summary. And look at that. We got it right in France, and that was the highlight of the round, to be honest, because we stumbled in Sweden, and then we were confused in Croatia for the longest time, especially in Split. It's a town I need to get to know better, it seems, because we had 2 locations there, and on both occasions we guessed in completely the wrong direction. I guess round 2 was not too bad, actually. We had the right idea going with these kind of islands out here, but we didn't quite iterate to the right place. So, look, on the whole, a mixed bag, shall we say. Maybe not the best European round we've done yet, but nonetheless quite informative and definitely learnt a bit more about Croatia. So, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.